Hello and welcome to the Section 7.3 application walkthrough. In this section we looked at absolute value equations and inequalities. For the first two problems, they're just absolute value inequalities, just like the ones in the practice. I want you to go ahead and work on those ones. For number 3 though, I have accomplished my goal of making the TV game show, making it onto the TV game show Jeopardy! And I'm currently in first place with $5,300. Then I hit a double jeopardy question. On those questions, you're allowed to wager however much you want to, and I decided to wager $2,700. That means that if I win, I gain that amount, and if I lose, or if I'm wrong, I lose that amount. So what you want to do is use the following setup to write the absolute value inequality for this problem and then solve it. So the money that you have after the question is going to be your variable. You know how much money I have, and you know how much money I'm risking. All right, so write it into an equation, and then solve it. On the last problem down here, we're going to be graphing this absolute value equation and look at the shape of the graph that we actually get. So in the first one here, I'm taking -5 plus 2. That'll be -3. So I'm going to sort of write this here. So -5 plus 2, and that's absolute value minus 1. So -5 plus 2 is -3. Absolute value of -3 is 3. Minus 1 is going to give me a 2. Okay, and I can do that same thing for each one of these steps. So this one is -3, so -3 plus 2 minus 1, so that's going to be a -1 minus 1, and so that's going to be 1 minus 1, which is 0. At -2, so we have that going on, and -2 plus 2 is 0. Absolute value of 0 is 0. Minus 1 is -1. And when we plug in when we plug in a -1, we get that. So -1 plus 2 is going to be 1. Absolute value of 1 is 1. Minus 1 equals 0. And then when we plug in 4 plus 2 is 6. Absolute value of 6 is 6. Minus 1 is 5. So what I want you to do now is to go ahead and graph those points, or plot those points, and then connect them, and you should get an interesting looking graph as you do that. So after you get that done, good luck on the mastery challenge. Let me know if you have any questions, and we'll see you later.